What's a time the employees were way smarter than the system? I was working at this mid-level logistics company as an analyst when they rolled out their brilliant new tracking system. They started measuring us based on time spent on screen and keystrokes per hour. Basically, if you weren't constantly typing or clicking, you were marked as lazy. The system tracked everything: mouse movements, how long you stayed logged in, even bathroom breaks. Our manager Tyler loved showing off these colorful charts during meetings. He pointed green bars for high performers and red bars for people heading toward layoffs. The whole thing was automated. No human judgment, just pure data. If you dropped below their magic numbers for too long, you got flagged for termination. The problem was obvious to anyone actually doing the work. Some of our biggest breakthroughs came from staring at spreadsheets for hours, thinking through complex routing problems, but the system saw that as being unproductive. Meanwhile, someone could spend all day frantically updating cells with useless information and look like employee of the month. When they announced layoffs based purely on these metrics, everyone panicked. My coworker Ashley started leaving random documents open and clicking around constantly just to boost her numbers. Another guy named Ben brought in a mechanical mouse and taped it to a rotating fan to fake movement during lunch breaks. I decided to get creative. That weekend, I researched the monitoring software they used. Turns out it was pretty basic stuff that couldn't tell the difference between real typing and automated keystrokes. I spent 2 nights writing a simple script that would randomly type invisible characters in a notepad window throughout the day. It looked completely natural. Bursts of activity followed by thinking pauses. I tested it for a week and my productivity scores went through the roof. The script would run in the background while I actually worked on solving real problems. But here's where it gets interesting. I quietly shared the code with 5 other people I trusted: Ashley, Ben, and 3 others from different departments. Within a month, our little group looked like the dream team. The dashboard showed us as the most engaged, hard-working employees in the entire company. Meanwhile, people who were actually solving critical problems but weren't glued to their keyboards got marked as underperformers. When the layoffs came, our group was completely safe. Tyler even called us into a meeting to praise our dedication and work ethic. He asked if we'd be willing to mentor some of the struggling employees. We all nodded seriously while trying not to laugh. But then corporate announced a bonus program. Same metrics, but now there was real money involved. Anyone in the top performance tier got quarterly bonuses up to $3,000. That's when we decided to really push it. I refined the script to be even more sophisticated. It would vary typing patterns, include realistic pauses, and even simulate the occasional typo followed by corrections. We were collecting massive bonuses while doing the absolute minimum real work needed to avoid suspicion. The funniest part was when Tyler started presenting our team's performance to investors. He'd show these graphs proving their remote workforce management was revolutionary. Our fake productivity numbers were literally being used to attract funding. We were dying laughing during those presentations. Everything changed when they hired an outside consultant to figure out why certain employees were consistently excelling while others struggled. This woman named Patricia started interviewing people and analyzing work patterns. She knew something was off but couldn't prove it without basically accusing us of fraud. So I made a decision that probably saved us. I quietly shared the script with about 15 more people across different departments. Suddenly, it wasn't just our small group anymore. Patricia's investigation got messy because she'd have to accuse 1/3 of the company of cheating. The whole thing fell apart when someone from accounting got careless and left the script running during a video call. Patricia caught the screen showing a notepad window rapidly filling with gibberish. But by then, so many people were using it that corporate couldn't fire everyone without admitting their entire evaluation system was garbage. They quietly retired the tracking software 6 months later and switched to project-based reviews. Tyler got reassigned to a different department. I used my glowing performance reviews and recommendation letters to land a better job at a competitor.